Hello everybody, TK here, and welcome to my review of the That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, the movie, Scarlet Bonds. But before we get into that, I just have to say that I just had probably the best day I have had in months, literally, maybe even years. I went and saw this movie with a very close friend of mine at work and my mother, both of which are also fellow Tensora fans, and we had an absolute blast. So I got the times wrong for the movie. This was my first time planning something like this. I got the times wrong for the movie, and we ended up having to kill like an hour and a half in this mall where the movie was being played. So it was a theater inside of a mall, and we had to kill an hour and a half before we could go see the movie because I'm a fucking idiot. But it was actually a blessing in disguise because I got to go to a bunch of different stores and talk and just chill and hang out with my friend and my mother. We had so much fun. There was a pet store in there, and there was a ton of different toy stores and anime stores. And to preserve the memory, I did pick myself up a figure. I got the Papa Parade Meliodas from the Seven Deadly Sins. I love the Seven Deadly Sins, and when I saw this figure, I was gonna buy that online anyway, so it's here. And I can use this to forever preserve the memory of this wonderful day. So I will get you guys a DK quick looks of this figure very, very soon. But I am really excited to open it because I love the Seven Deadly Sins and he's one of my favorite characters. But without further ado, now that I've gotten all that out of the way, I just had to say that I'm sorry. I know you guys don't care. You just want to hear about the movie. And it was really, really good. As a Tensora fan, I loved the movie. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. It did everything Tensora does in spades, and it did it phenomenally. I will say I don't think this movie lives up 100% to the amazingness of Tensora Season 2. I thought Tensora Season 2 was just on another level, and this movie I didn't think was quite to the level of that. I would say it's pretty much on par with Season 1, which is also just absolutely fantastic. I adore the show. You know what, actually? I put them in the background, but I'm gonna go put one more thing in the background. There we go, perfect. Okay, anyway, I would say the movie is on par with Season 1. What this movie does is, it's just more of what you love about slime. You have this amazing group of characters that are just so unbelievably entertaining to watch. The little gimmicks that they all have, you know, Shion sucks at cooking, Rimuru is nice and overpowered. Every other character in the show is also overpowered, but fun in their own way. They all have their own personality and whatnot. The show is just so incredible at building those characters and just making you fall in love with them. That's why Slime has the fan base it does, because it just has so many incredible characters. And at the core of it, it has quite possibly one of the best characters in all of anime right now, the Lord Rimuru Tempest himself. And this movie literally just picks right off of what Season 2 goes and just does a really, really awesome story. This movie isn't 100% canon, as it is not 100% necessary to watch this movie in order to get the story. However, I actually think this movie is actually a really good little segue into Season 3. It gives you a very cool little contained story. Well, contained isn't, yeah, kind of contained story, and it's well made. It does everything that Tensora does well. Very good storytelling, does it in a clever way that keeps you on the edge of your seat from the beginning to the end. There's twists, there's turns, they bring in new characters. Some things happen that you wouldn't really expect. Some characters who didn't have much of a role who were kind of smaller characters in the show did a little bit more in this. You had some new characters, all of which were very, very good. Yeah, it was just another really, really great entry in the Reincarnated as a Slime franchise. From beginning to end, the movie was just a ton of fun, and it really just captured everything that makes Tensora. It's a fun as hell show. You can just enjoy. All the characters are just so much fun to watch. There is action scenes, and they're very, very fun to watch. And at the end, you do get some pretty great stuff at the end. It does have quite a punch for an ending, just like all of Tensora has. It always has all of those things in spades. And the thing that makes Tensora also so freaking great from a lot of other animes, well, I'm not gonna throw them out there. You probably know what shows I was about to throw out there. But the thing that makes it so great is, in my opinion, this show always kind of manages to feel like it's not even really trying to do something absolutely insane. It's just trying to entertain the ever-loving fuck out of you. That's what it always feels like Tensora does. And sometimes it does that by giving you really epic things, like in a ton of things about Season 2, which is what made Season 2 so fucking great. But it always feels like Tensora's main objective, why it's there, why you're watching it. It always feels like what it wants to do is just entertain the hell out of you, give you characters you love, just make you happy and make your life better. It is just so freaking wonderful in every way, shape, and form. The movie was it was a blast. It was an absolute blast. I wouldn't say the movie is anything absolutely extraordinary. It's no masterpiece. It's not gonna change like the way you look at the franchise. If you're a fan of it, you're gonna like it. If you're not a fan of Tensor, then you probably won't like this movie either. But obviously, if you're watching this, you're probably a fan of Tensor, and if you are, you're going to have a blast with this movie. There's absolutely no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It is a very, very good Tensor movie, and I highly, highly recommend it. I'm not sure about really anything else I need to say. I don't want to give any spoilers because the movie just came out. But yeah, that the movie was a ton of fun. All the new characters were very fun. All of the existing characters are obviously just as great. Rimuru is still just as badass and awesome as he always is. Yeah, the music was also very, very good. I will say, one thing I can't understand about watching anime movies in theaters, at least dubs, is it's always so freaking quiet in my opinion. Like, my mother said that it wasn't that quiet for her, but my friend also kind of agreed with me. My friend from work kind of agreed with me that it was a little quiet, but I couldn't really hear the songs all that well, and that made me really sad because I was really excited. I heard that True and Midna Rain and Ron were going to do songs for this, and I could barely hear them. The one I got the Ron song that sounded really, really good. I forget what it was called, Sparkless or something like that. It plays during the third act. I enjoyed that one quite a bit. The True song was like towards the beginning. It didn't really have like an opening or anything like that. And then Midna Rain played it during the end. All of them just phenomenal. You know, Tensor staples. They all kill it. But yeah, the music is always something that's so freaking amazing about Tensor. It's like every single opening and ending in that show is just incredible. And maybe on a few more watches that will change for this movie as well. And I love that, and I love these songs just as much. But after the first one, I wouldn't say they quite have as much staying power as all of the other openings and endings that Tensor has, because they're all just so freaking great. Like Nameless Story and Like Flames and Reincarnate, they're all just so freaking amazing. So yeah, I think that is just about everything that I needed to say. I really, really enjoyed the movie. If you're a Tensor fan, guys, definitely go check it out in your theaters. It's actually a very, very wide release. I'm so happy. I am so happy that Tensor is actually getting, like, popular, like, straight up popular. Like I said, we went to all those weeb stores, and there was so much freaking Reincarnated as a Slime stuff there. We saw Rimuru figures. We saw shirts. It was so great. So the shirt I'm wearing right now, I was, when we were in line to go see the movie, there was another fan in that line who had the exact same shirt, and we like looked at each other, we're like, hell yeah, we like high-fived. It felt so good. Oh, and then the cashier who took our ticket was also a huge fan and a huge weeb, and it was so awesome because we were talking, and I was getting the drinks and the snacks for everybody, and we were just talking, and we were like talking, he was like telling me about how like he's so excited to go see the movie for himself, and then we started talking about anime, and he was like, I actually am like 3 episodes behind on it because a bunch of stuff came out. I had to watch, you know, Chainsaw Man and all that, and then he goes, Blue Lock, did you watch it? I was like, fuck yes, Blue Lock was the shit, dude. That show is so good. I have to catch up with Blue Lock though. I'm behind on a couple episodes, but yeah, we were like, Blue Lock is so good, and we were like talking like back and forth at the cash register, and then I was like, have you seen To Your Eternity? To Your Eternity is a fucking banger, dude. Go check that out. It's really sad though. Just warning, it's really sad. He's like, I can take it. I got this. I'm gonna check it out. It was so awesome. I love being a weeb so much, man. Oh my god, this day was so freaking wonderful. Thank you, everybody. My god, I don't know what I'm thanking any of you guys for. I'm kind of like mentally thanking everything that happened today. It was just a wonderful fucking day. These are the kind of days that just make life worth living, man. I had such a blast. And yes, if you're a Tensor fan, go see the movie. You're gonna have a blast. If you guys want me to do a full-on spoiler review of the movie, let me know in the comments down below. I would definitely be willing to. I kind of would like to see it again, though, maybe. I would really like to go to see it again before I give a spoiler review. I feel like, and I would actually rather like to wait until I get to see it on my TV, either on streaming or when the Blu-ray comes out, so I can turn the volume up to the point that I want to hear it at, so I can enjoy the movie fully. Because in my opinion, they just play it so damn quietly. But yeah, that's all I really have to say, man. I had a blast. It was such an amazing, amazing day today, and the Tensor movie was the perfect way to end it. I really, really enjoyed the movie, and if you are a fan of the show, you're gonna really enjoy the movie. So Thank you all so much for watching the video. I guess I should give the movie a ranking. You know what? I'm gonna say A tier, just a flat A tier. I think the movie is, yeah, I'd say A tier. It's a really, really, really good and well-made Tensor movie that perfectly goes into the series, and I think it's gonna be a really nice little bridge and a branch from that into season 3. The show just does such a great job of giving you characters that you love, building out the world, making you love the world that much more. It's just such a fucking masterclass in that. I will announce right here, I know I've already kind of announced this a couple times, this show was my favorite anime of all time for a long time, and it's still one of my favorites. It's still top 10, top 5. I love this show. But I will say that ReZero has defeated this show for me because ReZero is my favorite anime of all time now, because ReZero is ReZero. That show just is extraordinary and masterful. This show is just a fucking blast and a half from start to finish, and I will love it until the day I die. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it. And this is DK Guillotine, signing out.